In the vast, ever-expanding universe of digital currencies, a unique celestial body has captured the imagination of millions. We call it the Pi network. Unlike its older, more established brethren like Bitcoin, which require immense computational power and energy to mine, Pi offers a different path. It presents itself as a cryptocurrency for the people, accessible to anyone with a simple smartphone. This vision, this dream of democratizing digital finance, is the gravitational force that has pulled in a community of tens of millions of pioneers. They are not miners in the traditional sense, but rather participants in a grand social experiment, securing the network with a simple tap on their screens each day. The allure of Pi is rooted in its profound simplicity. Imagine a currency that doesn't demand you build a supercomputer or burn through the energy equivalent of a small nation. Instead, it asks for your presence, your commitment, and your belief in a collective future. This approach has lowered the barrier to entry to almost nothing, allowing individuals who were once mere spectators to become active participants. The network has grown organically, spreading through word of mouth. As we journey deeper into the architecture of the Pi network, we encounter two new, brilliant constellations taking shape: smart contracts and the global consensus value, or GCV. These are not just minor updates, they represent a fundamental expansion of what Pi aims to be. Think of the network until now as a single star system. The introduction of these new features is like discovering that this system has the potential to build entire galaxies of applications and economies. Let's first gaze upon smart contracts. In the simplest terms, a smart contract is a self-executing agreement with the terms of the deal written directly into code. It's like a cosmic vending machine. You insert a specific input, a coin, and the machine automatically dispenses a specific output. There's no need for a third party, no cashier, no intermediary to trust. Then we turn our telescope to the shimmering nebula of the global consensus value, or GCV. This is a more philosophical yet profoundly important concept. GCV represents a value for Pi that the global community of pioneers collectively agrees upon. It is a social contract on a planetary scale, a grassroots effort to establish a stable and fair value for the currency from within the ecosystem itself. Let us explore the mechanics of a smart contract, this elegant piece of cosmic machinery. Think of a simple, everyday agreement like hiring a space freight pilot to deliver a package from Earth to a Martian colony. In the old world, you would need lawyers, banks, and escrow services. You'd sign papers, transfer funds to a trusted third party, and hope everyone honors their part of the deal. A smart contract eliminates these intermediaries. The contract is coded with simple, unbreakable logic. If the package is delivered to the correct Mars address by the deadline, then release the payment of 50 Pi to the pilot's wallet. The funds are locked within the contract itself, held in digital escrow. An oracle provides verifiable proof that the package has reached its destination. This data acts as the key that unlocks the next step. With the condition fulfilled, the 50 Pi coins are instantly transferred to the pilot's digital wallet. The transaction is complete, the sender has their package delivered, the pilot has their payment, and the entire process was conducted without a single intermediary. It was faster, cheaper, and more secure than any traditional system. The record of this transaction is now permanently etched into the Pi blockchain, serving as an incorruptible receipt for all of eternity. This is the power of a smart contract. Trust in the elegant, unchangeable laws of mathematics and code. Now let's turn our attention to the global consensus value, or GCV. In the chaotic universe of cryptocurrency, prices often resemble volatile, unpredictable comets, soaring to incredible highs one moment, and crashing into obscurity the next. The GCV is Pi Network's proposed solution to this cosmic problem. It's an attempt to establish a stable value for Pi not through speculation on open markets, but through collective agreement among its millions of users. The proposed value that has gained significant traction within the community is often cited as $314,159. This number is, of course, a nod to the mathematical constant Pi. While aspirational, it has become a powerful rallying cry within the ecosystem. The underlying principle is that if millions of people begin to trade goods and services using this valuation as a benchmark, it will create a self-sustaining economy. A farmer in Nigeria could sell coffee beans to a developer in California who pays with Pi earned by creating network applications. Imagine a vast digital marketplace, a galactic bazaar powered by Pi smart contracts. Users buy goods and services from each other. The currency circulates within the network, facilitating real economic activity and reinforcing its own value with every transaction. This approach flips the traditional model of cryptocurrency valuation on its head. Instead of value being derived from speculative trading, value is derived from actual use. The GCV represents collective belief that Pi can function as a true medium of exchange for a global peer-to-peer economy. The journey from a theoretical concept to a globally accepted currency is like cosmic dust coalescing into a life-sustaining planet. For the Pi network, smart contracts and a stable GCV are those fundamental ingredients providing utility and confidence. Together, they create a compelling case for mass adoption, transforming Pi from a collector's item into a practical tool for commerce. Imagine a world where this is seamlessly integrated into our lives. Consider the potential for small businesses and freelance entrepreneurs. An artisan in Southeast Asia could create a smart contract to sell handmade crafts directly to a buyer in Europe, eliminating costly international payment processors and unfavorable exchange rates. The integration of smart contracts could spark a Cambrian explosion of decentralized applications built on the Pi platform. Developers could create social networks where users are rewarded in Pi, peer-to-peer lending platforms, or local community marketplaces. Ultimately, the path to mass adoption is paved with simplicity and tangible benefits. If using Pi to buy a coffee is easier, cheaper, and more secure than using a credit card or cash, people will naturally gravitate towards it. When the digital currency becomes as intuitive and reliable as the physical currency in our pockets, its adoption will cease to be a question of if, but when. It will have made the leap from digital dust to a thriving, habitable economic world. Every great cosmic journey is fraught with peril, and Pi Network's voyage is no exception. It must navigate a treacherous asteroid field of challenges before it can reach its intended destination. The most significant challenge is legitimacy and regulation. As the network transitions to an open mainnet, it will come under intense scrutiny of governments and financial regulators worldwide, each with complex webs of laws governing digital assets. Another formidable obstacle is the sheer scale of the technical undertaking. Building a secure, decentralized, and scalable blockchain capable of handling potentially billions of transactions from millions of users is a monumental task. Then there is the great challenge of value stabilization. While establishing consensus value within a passionate community is one thing, defending that value against turbulent forces of the open market is entirely another. Finally, the ultimate challenge is user behavior and education. The success of Pi depends on a paradigm shift in how people perceive and use money. Millions of pioneers need to evolve from passive coin collectors into active participants in a digital economy. They need to learn digital wallet security, smart contract interaction, and peer-to-peer commerce. Without a well-informed and active user base, even the most brilliant technology will remain a ghost in the machine. The human element is the final and perhaps most critical variable in this grand cosmic equation. As we pull back and view the Pi network from a distance, what does its future trajectory look like? We see a project brimming with audacious, star-forging potential. If it successfully navigates the challenges ahead, Pi could carve out a unique niche in the digital cosmos. It may not replace Bitcoin as a store of value or Ethereum as the leading smart contract platform. Instead, its destiny may lie in becoming the world's first truly global peer-to-peer currency for everyday people, measured not in exchange price but in lives touched and commerce facilitated. The future of Pi is a story of empowerment. It is the story of a farmer in a remote village gaining access to global markets, an artist receiving fair payment without intermediaries, and communities creating their own local economies insulated from currency volatility. The success of Pi would represent a tangible shift of economic power from centralized institutions to a decentralized network of individuals. It would be a testament that currency value can be derived not from scarcity or speculation, but from collective belief and shared utility. However, the universe is indifferent to our dreams. The future could also see Pi falter under regulatory pressure, technical instability, or market realities. The line between revolutionary breakthrough and forgotten relic is perilously thin, depending entirely on execution and community commitment. In the end, whether Pi becomes a shining star or fades into a cosmic footnote, its journey has already taught us something invaluable. It has shown the immense power of shared vision to unite millions across borders, cultures, and languages. Pi dared to ask, what if we could build a fairer, more inclusive digital economy from the ground up? And for that reason alone, its light will continue to ripple across the cosmos for a long time to come.